Cucina. I bring you lots of love, lots of healthy eating, wonderful, wonderful food for you to keep you healthy. My name is Elena Jones. Again, this is Mia Cucina, my kitchen. I come from Mia Cucina to yours. And what I have today is we are going to have an amazing dish that was brought by the Maori people, if I'm saying it correctly, to New Zealand. And they brought this salad. So we're going to be utilizing the oven because I'm going to be showing you a different recipe, which is not a New Zealand recipe. It's an Elena recipe that's going to go with this wonderful salad that I'm going to show you. It is so delicious. And I have a feeling that I might do these next few days from different countries so I can bring you different recipes. Like yesterday we did India. Today we will pay homage to New Zealand, all those beautiful people in New Zealand. Blessings to you. I want everyone to know that we continue to pray for everybody. It's very important that we continue to do our prayers. Okay, guys, this is an amazing, amazing salad. So we're not going to be cooking this salad. So, it's all about prepping. I usually come in around this time, around 9:50, 10 a.m. It's whenever, I can, because I'm also an ordained minister and I've been ministering to a lot of people. So I do my stuff in the morning, then that way I can be there to help you. Okay, so this wonderful recipe, it's very simple. It's a sweet potato, and what I did is, you would use 2 sweet potatoes, but I used 1 sweet potato. I put a little bit of olive oil, and I put it in a 350-degree oven, and I just cooked it, okay? So I'm going to put that on the side, because we're going to be using, depending on what size of your family, it's just my husband and I, because it's my husband and I'm only going to use 1 sweet potato, okay? But if you were having a larger crowd, then you would do 2 sweet potatoes, depending on how large your sweet potatoes are. Okay, so we're going to be utilizing some sweet potatoes. We are going to be utilizing some of the beautiful little radishes. Look how cute they are. They just be pulled up from the ground yesterday by one of my friends, and they're a farmer, so I went over to their farm to pick up this. So I got, let's see, I got about 6 or 7 radishes, about 7 or 8 cherry tomatoes. What I also did is I took some pine nuts and I toasted some pine nuts, because pine nuts is going to go into this dish. And also watercress will go into this dish, but with aspetta. Remember what I told you? Aspetta. My kale has been growing, so I am going to be using my beautiful kale. Look at this beautiful fresh kale that in less than a week, it just went crazy, popped up. Okay, because it's in good organic soil that has the worms in there. Okay, so now I want to give my friend, my sister, she's like a sister to me, Noor. She dropped off these beautiful tulips for me for Mother's Day. That's beautiful, and they bloom, and I wanted to share this with you. Okay, so let me repeat what we're going to be using. Because it's my husband and I'm only using 1 sweet potato. If it's a larger size of family, I will use 2 sweet potatoes. We're going to use some radishes, we're going to use some tomatoes, a watercress. In my case, I am using my own that I grew, my own arugula, okay? I also toasted some pine nuts. We're going to have salt and pepper, balsamic vinegar, and olive oil. And also, remember I always tell you, when you bring your vegetables, wash them really well, put them in a plastic bag, leave it open, put a little paper towel in there, and it stays fresh. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the bowl, because what I want to do, guys, is for this particular salad, is I want to remove, here, let me clear the deck so you can see what I'm doing, because I know that sometimes it gets a little, so let me move that out of the way. All right, so what I want to show you is we want to take the white. Okay, we're going to remove this part, okay, and I do have my little container. Remember, I always tell you to keep a little container. Makes it a lot easier. Alrighty, and what I want to do is I just want to chop my romaine lettuce. So this is romaine lettuce, okay, so we are just going to get the whites out. My father, what he would do with these whites, he would chop them all up and he would put everything on the ground. I always talk about my father, he was a farmer. He knew how things worked, and boy, he knew everything about farming. He even knew the bugs. So this salad, it's very healthy, and I am going to try to introduce a healthy herb, which, well, actually we have been eating very healthy. But I'm going to be using some, some wonderful things, and especially now that it's becoming a little cooler, a little warmer, it is time to start, coming up with some really amazing, interesting salads. And we never think about going to other different countries, to learn about their salads. And a lot of us that were born in different countries, we were raised in a very different way. So, we would have our parents make different salads, and I grew up with a lot of tomatoes. There was a lot of tomatoes in my family. We also liked a lot of greens, bitter greens. I remember in South America, where I spent my first 13 years of my life, we would just, things grew. It was the weirdest thing. We will go hunting for these greens. And they were bitter, and they were really good for you. And my father would always say, "Oh, it's a good for your blood." All right, so what I'm doing here is I am removing these stems, guys. Okay, and how much lettuce you want, that's all up to you. So we're done with this. I'm gonna put that in the sink. For the first time, my sink is completely clear. This kitchen is completely clean. All right, so what I'm just going to do here, guys, is I am just going to chop this. And I hope that everybody's doing well, that the families are doing well, and please let's continue prayers, not only for my family, but also for all the families that are in need of prayer. All right, so I'm going to take my bowl on here, and I am going to start assembling my salad. I am not going to dress it because this is a salad that I am going to have later. So this is pretty much prepping, So what I want to do is, and this salad is so delicious. Who would have thought, right? Lettuce and sweet potatoes. But, there's a lot that we can learn so much from other people, the cultures, the cuisines. And I know that not everybody is nice, but everybody should be nice. You know what I mean? Okay. And, I'm going to continue to be nice. And no matter how bad I've been treated or however people treat me, it's not the way they treat me, it's how I look at the way they treat me. Okay, so now this salad goes right on there, the lettuce, the wonderful that we used in here. And I wrote it down so I can stay in track with you guys, okay? So now we have this wonderful romaine, it's just the leaves, okay? So now I'm going to cut my tomatoes, and because they're cherry tomatoes, I like to cut them in thirds depending on how big. Can you guys see this? All right, depending on how big they are, make sure you have a very sharp knife. If you don't have this knife, this one. And let me tell you about this knife. If you have an avocado and you cut it with this knife, the avocado does not change colors. I know, right? I learned that. And this salad is going to be so good to go with our next adventure that I'm going to show you. And it's a very healthy chicken. I'm going to be using chicken legs for the next adventure. Okay, so pretty much this is easy, guys. Then you move that out of the way, that plate. So it's just about, cutting and dropping. Cutting and dropping, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and put my sweet potatoes all around. Or you can make it very, very pretty. You could just make them on the corner, and you could do your tomatoes on one side. You know where I'm going with this? You can make them all like this, and then mix them all up. You could do that. And you know what? I could do that. Let me do that. Why not, right? Let's be fancy. This is a working kitchen. We cook in this kitchen. And we make a lot of good food in this kitchen because, your health is all you have. And what we made yesterday, the kachari, anti-inflammatory, and it's wonderful. So for the people that have diabetes, sweet potato does not really change the glycemic index. It doesn't raise it. So it's a really good thing to have. So now, see, I'm making it pretty for you, okay? Okay. So now let me grab my rag here. Okay, so now we are going to do the wonderful little radishes. And what I have in the freezer is I didn't have crumbled feta. I'm sorry, not crumbled feta. What is it? The crumbled goat cheese. So what I did is I took my goat cheese and I put it in the freezer. Yep. Put it in the freezer because I have this and I'm going to grate that in there. All right, radishes, you know, are very, very good for you. A lot of people, they don't eat them. I know when I was a little girl, I didn't really care for them because they were super spicy, and especially the ones that my dad grew, they were just very, very spicy. And although, you know, I like spicy food, when you're young, when you're little, you don't really care to have that much. Okay, so what I'm doing here, it's, you know, this is simple. This salad is simple, 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 guys. And it's so healthy for you because, number one, it has all these, oh, I gotta show you this. This radish gave me a heart. I gave me a heart. Thank you, Mr. Radish. You are so going to be so delicious, and I'm just gonna add you into my wonderful, you know, salad over here. So what I'm kind of doing is I am cutting them, you know, any way you want to. The radish police is off today, and they don't really care how you gonna cut it today. Today is it's a free vegetable cutting day, okay? As long as you eat them, because vegetables are very good for you. Very, very good for you. Okay, it doesn't have to be super, it could be, you know, whatever. All right, so now you see what I'm doing right here? Okay, and you can make it this way, right? And then you can bring in, you know, you can bring in the king and the queen and mix it all up, you know? But I'm not doing that until later. Okay, so now that I have my sweet potatoes, my tomatoes, my radishes, my wonderful, oh my goodness, romaine lettuce. And then of course you will use watercress, which I don't have watercress. I'm using my own, and it's making its debut that I grew all by myself. They are delicious. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I am going to, wow, look at that. We're almost done. Okay, now I'm gonna go grab my cheese. One momento. It's in the refrigerator, and when I grab my cheese, and let me grab my other stuff, my second dish that I am going to show you. All right, so if you put, you know, your cheese in the freezer, it's easy to grate it, okay? It makes it a lot easier. All right, so now, here's the thing. Pine nuts go into this dish, all right? So it's about a cup. So make sure that you toast it, don't burn them. And then if you don't want to put them in now, which I'm not going to put them in now, I'm going to put them right before I am going to be serving the salad. So what I want to do is I am going to take my this beautiful arugula, all right? I'm going to leave a couple of pieces, you know, for decoration later, for the plate. And I'm just going to put them like so. Oh, look at that, so beautiful. It's so pretty. What a pretty dish. I tell you, you know, this Maori people, they knew, you know, the Native Americans, they knew how to take care of the earth took care of them. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want Facebook to monitor me and then get mad at me because I said something I wasn't supposed to. Okay? And I know you're watching me, Facebook. I know you're watching me. I hope you're learning how to cook too while you're watching me. All right, so what I'm going to do over here is I am going to cut my, oh, it's nice and frozen. Look at that. It just takes about an hour to freeze. And I love a goat cheese. I love goat cheese. Okay, see, look how easy that is. See, look at that. You see that? Talk about crumble. Who needs to pay more money for crumble, eh? When you can crumble it yourself. You just put it in the freezer, Just make sure you open your hands like this because safety's first. All right, I'm gonna remove this. This little guy can be used for another day because he's semi-frozen now. He got into the warm department. All right, so let me rinse my hands because I want to show you this. And it's very simple, guys. Very, very simple. Okay, very, very simple. So what we have here is romaine lettuce. We have a sweet potato. We have the wonderful goat cheese. We have the radishes. We have the wonderful romaine lettuce. And then we're gonna add the pine nuts, okay? So you can add it now or maybe later. I just wanna show you what it looks like for me to add it now. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take some salt. First we're gonna do pepper. And you can add the pepper now before it goes in the refrigerator, okay? All right, a little bit of salt, because we don't use a lot of salt in this house. Due to high blood pressure and all that stuff that you get after you're a certain age, eh? Okay, so then what I would do to this is I would get yourself some really good olive oil, some good organic basmati vinegar, and boom, that's done. All right, aspetta, because now, as you all know, this is a working kitchen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my little wonderful cheese, and I love goat cheese. I grew up on goat milk. We didn't have cows, we have goats, so I drink goat milk. So you can either put this back on the freezer if you're gonna shred some more, or you can just put it back in the refrigerator. Nothing is going to happen, nothing. All right, so let's cover up this wonderful salad here, because I'm a very busy lady today. I got some beautiful people that I need to talk to today, People are having a hard time, guys. And we need to be gracious and kind to each other. That's what it's all about, If somebody's trying to get in and you're driving, let them in, please. Yes, maybe they should have got in before, but they didn't, But it's okay, you're doing the right thing. All right, so this is gonna go in the refrigerator, okay? And then I'm gonna add my pine nuts for later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear the decks. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. Aspetta. Okay, because this is prepping. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give a quick rinse, real quick rinse to my board. We didn't use any meat on here on this board, and we are going to use paper towel because you know what, you can find paper towel now. So I'm not going to use my grater. However, I am going to be using, I don't know what happened to my other grater. All right, we'll just get this little grater, no big deal. All right, so now for the next dish. The next dish is something that I created and I absolutely love. And it's going to be utilizing the oven. 375, 45 minutes to an hour. All right, let me go get, oh, I did. I have it all over here. All right, so we have some Greek yogurt for this next dish. We have some wonderful chicken little legs that I washed, rinsed very well, and it's in this wonderful bag over here, so I can keep that on the side over here, okay? I am going to bring this big bowl over here. All right, so this is going to be like a yogurt, it's almost like a Moroccan, maybe not, I'm so sorry, I don't mean anything with Morocco here. I'm not sure what kind of I just made it up one day, I just created, so I just want to show you what I made up. Remember what I tell you when you bring your vegetables. So what I'm going to do is I am going to need here, and my onions are starting to go bad because I had them for almost 2 weeks now. So we're going to have granulated garlic, smoked paprika, regular paprika, a half of a lemon, 3 cloves of garlic, and a Mr. Jalapeno. I just pulled it off my tree. All right, but don't worry about it. I'm going to go over all of this with you. Okay, let me get everything out of the way because it needs to be out of the way. All right, so what I want to do is I am going to use, because I got, let's see, how many legs do I have? Let me just put the legs in here. All right, so I think I have 5 legs. Get yourself a nice little, container, because we're going to be moving them into this wonderful little container. All right, so let me get rid of this. This goes in the garbage. All righty. Okay, so let me repeat this again. Make sure that you got all you guys, all working for you over here. Let me move my chicken. Everybody's so worried. Oh my God, you think of that chicken now, it's going to be so terrible. No, it's not going to be so terrible, okay? So what I want to do first is I want to get my vegetables chopped up. All right, and I'm going to put them in here because I'm going to use my board because I'm going to show you something else to do with the chicken. All right, so what did I do with my knives? Oh, here it is, because I did wash this guy. All right, now did you know, let me tell you something, guys. Did you know that if you cut a green onion to here and you put it in the ground, you will have more green onions? Yep. All right, I know that I have my basket right here, my little basket that I got to throw my stuff. See, I teach you all these wonderful things. All right, so these little guys are going to go in there. No, I am not going to grow no onions. And I like green onions because green onions, they don't make me cry too much, eh? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice these guys. Very simple, very easy. So I just have 3 little green onions. 3 little green onions. Because, when you're working with yogurt or sour cream, you have to have flavor. Have you noticed that when they sell the cheeses and all of that, they always add little extra stuff, like chives and all this other good stuff? Well, this is going to have this wonderful flavors. Because remember, I always tell you, it's all about building flavors upon flavors upon flavors. I'm going to need a bigger bowl. So let me get myself a bigger bowl without breaking anything. It's a working kitchen, let me tell you. Okay, I got a bigger bowl because I need to mix everything. All right, so we're gonna, because this little guy here is not gonna cut it. All right, so I'm gonna just take this guy because we did not use him. All right, so we're gonna put it all in here. Okay, remember, 3 little green onions. Okay, 3 cloves of garlic, guys. You're with me so far? 3 cloves of garlic. It's interesting. The recipes are all in my head, and I am having to make myself write them down because I'm always creating. And it just happens that way. It's just when I was writing, my books, it didn't take me months and months and months to write them. It just flowed. I don't know how that happens, I just don't. It just happened that way. Okay, so what I want to do here, guys, is bring you back to the garlic, okay? We haven't done anything yet with the yogurt. The yogurt is over here. He's happy. And even the chicken legs are doing very good. They're all happy. They're all doing their chicken dance. Well, maybe not. All right, so now we're just going to chop the garlic. Make sure you remove, the little dark thing on the end. And I want to make sure that I got all of them because nobody wants to crunch. Okay. It's not a tandoori or anything like that, okay? It's just something that I just created. Me, myself, and I created it. And I just wanted to share it with you. And I think it's going to go very, very well because, we're going to have the lettuce and we're going to have the potatoes and we're going to have the vegetables. So it's just going to be a beautiful salad with this wonderful chicken that we're going to have. I am all shiny today. I'm all shiny. Even my eyes are shiny today because I wanted to bring you lots of love and lots of shining through your life. Okay, guys. So we have 3 cloves of garlic, 3 green onions, simple and fast and easy. Okay, so now, Mr. Jalapeno Man, ooh! I'll tell you what, my jalapeno plant, it is rocking and rolling, and this is going to have some spice. and that's okay. And remember, if you don't want it very spicy, you just take the membranes away, and you just, oh my goodness gracious. My nose is running because this is how spicy, whoa, this guy is, mamma mia, woo. All right, so what I want to do, because this guy is going to be really, really spicy, yeah? You know, I just love to see the little specks, you know, that come from the vegetables, you know, sticking out when you have all of these beautiful deliciousness going on in here. And, you know, and the thing is, you know, buttermilk, yogurt, or anything like that really tenderizes your meat. And these guys are going to be tenderizing as they sit in the refrigerator until they go into the oven later this evening at 375 for about 45 minutes, you know, until your chicken legs are done. Okay? Okay, so you're with me so far. All right, so 1 jalapeno mangoes in here for all of you that loves jalapenos. Woohoo! Go jalapeno, spedzi. Spedzi, remember I taught you how to say spedzi, spedzi? Okay. All right, I'm gonna wash this because I don't see me having to do any more cutting. No, there isn't. All right. Use my hands because you cannot attach the eyes, eh? Oh, wait a minute. I am going to need my board again. Oh, I am going to need my board again. That's okay. We got this going up here. All right, so now for my chicken, here's my bowl. I'm done with this. Remove that out of the way because I really want you guys to pay attention. That was my glasses that went on the floor. I'm telling you all this stuff that's happening today. Alrighty, now to this. Okay, so to this, I'm gonna get my yogurt. I'm using Greek yogurt. All right, and I have regular paprika and I have smoked paprika, okay? I know you guys don't want to measure, so I am going to measure. So how am I going to measure? You see how I'm measuring? Okay, 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of regular. 2 tablespoons of the smoke. I like smoke. If you don't like a smoke, don't smoke. It's not good for your health. I'm talking about paprika, guys. They have a smoked one, then they have the non-smoked one. Ooh, mamma mia, I can smell it. All right, then we're gonna have some black pepper. You're with me so far? Okay, black pepper. Oh, we love more spices. And of course, we have to have some garlic. All right, how much garlic? Well, you know, garlic is very good for you. We are going to use a good heaping tablespoon of wonderful granulated garlic. All righty. A tiny bit of salt, maybe a little bit more, a little pinch, because, you know, we do have 5 little legs. Oh, they're so happy over here. All right, so we have now the paprika, we have the green onion, we have the garlic, we have the granulated garlic, we have the salt, we have the pepper. Okay, so for the lemon, so what I want to do is I'm going to use a half a lemon. I am going to do the, oh my God, my mind just went blank. It's still kind of early. All right, we're going to zest a half of a lemon. Just zest a half of a lemon. No stressy. Okay, no stressy. Nothing to be stressed about. See how lovely that is? Okay. Okay, so this is out of the way. I love how I have a sink like this because it's so easy to just throw stuff in there. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I am going to squeeze, because I've been using all of my lemons. I'm going to go with a tablespoon. Okay, this guy just decided they want to go in there. It just wants to go play. Okay, make sure that there's no seeds, because who wants to eat seeds? Okay, in there. I just use 2 tablespoons, okay? 2 of these tablespoons, you know, the regular tablespoons for soup. Okay, so now, because I do not want to use the same spoon, I am going to use my wonderful Greek yogurt. All right, you know what? Let me get a measurement, because I know you guys want to measure. And I'm going to measure for you. So what I'm going to do is I am going to dish out a half a cup of Greek yogurt. It's good for you, the yogurt, even though the heat will probably going to kill the good bacteria in there. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this on the side because I may want some more. I don't know. You know, I cook by the way I see. Okay, so you see now this wonderful mixture? Okay, mix it up really good. I love to smell stuff. Oh, you know the sinuses, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let me, hold on a minute. I gotta taste with my spoon. Because I think, oh my gosh, it's so good. I think I'm going to use a little bit more lemon. And let me dish out the little, that was not a good idea to do it that way, guys. That's why, you know, you got to have one of these. Thank God that my husband bought it because he got tired of eating seeds. No, that's not true. All right, oh, wait a minute. Here's another little seed because, you know, we wanted to have flavor, okay? And this is going to have a lot of flavor. Look at this. Look at this. All right, so now I think we're doing good. I think this is good. All right, so now let me show you something. Let me show you something. We have our chickens right here. I got my spoons. Let me remove my spoons. I'm not going to need my spoons. And I'm going to remove my lemon and put him right there because he may get used for something else. All right, so now what I'm going to do, even on this board, I'm going to put my little chickens like so. And then what I want to do is, be careful, don't hurt yourself, is I want to remove the skins. Because the skins, you're not going to really need them in this particular dish because it's going to be covered with the deliciousness. So what I want to do is, I want to show you if it all works well. Get yourself a paper towel, grab this part, and pull it. You see that? So exciting. And into the bowl that has all that goodness, it goes. All right, so let me show you this again. It's something I learned. Okay, so what you do is, you know, you try to get in there because, you know, who wants to be playing around with a knife? I'm not that very good. And just make sure that you get, you know, use your paper towel because the paper towel pulls this. Now, chefs will never throw these things away. Okay, the skin. They will clean it and then they will make it nice and crispy. And I am not making anything crispy today. I'm sorry, little chicken. I'm not going to be able to use your skin. Oh, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? And see how easy it is? It comes right off. All right, so you stick your hands in there. I know. Boy, it's nice and cold, you know. So it feels good to the hands. If it gets a little, you know, giving you a hard time, be careful. You know, whatever you do, don't cut the chicken, don't cut yourself. You know, use your paper towel because your paper towel has got a lot of friction. A lot of, I don't know, not friction, but it grabs this thing. All right. Put that guy in there. I have one more. Imagine when you have a big family. And, you know, but you can ask, you know, Publix or you can ask wherever you buy your chicken if they would be so kind to take the skin out for you. All right, so what I want to do is I want to remove this bowl because I'm all done. I am going to rinse my hands because we touched the chicken. Okay, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. All right, so now, well, I already have my chicken in there, but All right, so what I want to do is, you may want to need to get in here with your own hands. But before I do that, let me prepare my plate, okay? So what I want to do to my plate is I'm just going to grab some ghee and grab a paper towel. Because I don't want anything to stick. I want it to blue, 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 blue. You know, and I have everybody happy. Okay, obviously I'm not going to be using any more of my wonderful Greek yogurt, my organic Greek yogurt. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. You know how I am between me and refrigerators. It's got to keep it nice and cold. Okay, so now that I've done this, all right, so let me move this out of the way. Dishwasher's going to be very happy today to gather some friends. All right, so let me, where did this go? Don't worry about that. I'll do that later. All right, so now that I have ghee my plate, okay? So now what you want to do is you definitely want to get in here. You really want to get in here, guys. You know, you really want to get all of these beautiful guys all in here. Okay, so now, how are you going to do this? Well, you can do it with a, not with a beer opener. It's too early in the morning yet. All right, so now we take that chicken like this, okay? So let me take some of that stuff because I do want to get my chicken, working with my chicken here. Let me see if you can see that. Oh, look at that. Okay, so one leg goes one way, the other leg goes the other way, you know. I had a lot of practice like that. It all fits. It should all fit. Yes, woohoo! Because they all want to be together, you know, like families want to be together during this time. And it's important. Okay, so now, don't you throw none of this stuff away. Because what you want to do is you want to spread it. I love when that happens. It actually made it into the sink. See what I'm doing, guys? I am spreading this deliciousness. If you don't like smoke, you can omit the paprika, eh? Look at that. It's completely covered with this. And what I would do is I am going to cover this. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, my goodness. All right. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. You see that? All right. Aspetta. You know, I know that we have a ghee, but you know, Elena, I gotta have a little bit of olive oil on top. Just a little bit of olive oil. Okay. All right. A little bit of olive oil, like that. Okay, and so you don't forget what's in here, and we add a little bit of paprika on top. Add a little paprika on top. Like a wave, you know, like a beach wave. Ooh, there you go. Okay, so now, get yourself some foil. Because, you know, I have showed you how to make the salad, so now you have everything ready. It is 10:27, guys. And you cover this up at 375 for 45 minutes to an hour, and everything is going to start blue, 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 blue. And you have your beautiful salad, and you have this beautiful dish. I want to thank you so much for joining me today on Mia Cucina. I have brought you love. I have brought you beauty. I have brought you beautiful food. From Mia Cucina, my heart, to your cucina. Be kind and loving to each other. Make sure that you wear gloves and make sure you wear a mask to take care of yourself. And let's continue the prayers for the world. I love every single one of you. A big, 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 big shout out to New Zealand. I have made the Kamura salad. Kamura salad. I do not have a name for this guy, so I am going to be naming him. And I don't know what country I'm going to go visit. It's very easy for me to visit Italia, but you know, we've been doing a lot of tomatoes, so no, I can't, maybe we'll do around the world type of thing. Okay, Belly, grazie mille. Thank you very much for watching me. Thank you very much for joining me. And please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Elena's Cucina, please do so. All of the recipes are in there, and let's get the good food flowing throughout the world. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you. I love you. Ciao, Belly. Mwah, mwah. Ciao, Belly. Have a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Mwah, mwah. Ciao, ciao.